boy showed his friends the brand he had created. Just then, more and more people started walking into the room. It turned out that the neighborhood was about to be torn down. Everyone wanted to meet and figure out how to stop the government. But Will's uncle happened to be the attorney for the government's project, so he decided to sit in and watch. The crowd began discussing ways to sabotage the construction site. Will realized things were heading in the wrong direction. He pulled his friend Jazz aside. He urged him not to do anything reckless. Will said he could talk to his uncle instead, but Jazz refused his advice. He didn't want Will to get dragged into this mess, and he told Will to leave right away. The next day, Carlton came home with a bunch of things. He was ready to celebrate their brand finally getting on track. Will told Carlton about the meeting the night before. Carlton believed the city's development couldn't be stopped, so he didn't want to get involved. Will had no choice but to drop the subject. Later, the two invited their girlfriends over to hang out. Even though Carlton's mom had warned Amira to stay away from him, the two still ended up together, and their relationship was heating up fast. That night, Lisa found something bad inside Amira's bag. Lisa was furious. She asked Amira why she was using that stuff again. Amira started making excuses. She begged Lisa not to tell anyone. She said she couldn't lose Carlton. Lisa agreed to give her one more chance. She told Amira to throw it away herself, and she promised not to tell anyone else. For the moment, the issue was settled. In the early hours at the construction site, a group of people climbed over the fence. They cut through the chains and stormed inside, wrecking everything in sight. They smashed what they could. They ripped out power lines and poured gasoline on the ground. Jazz tried to stop them, but it was already too late. Flames roared to life. Seeing the situation spiral out of control, Jazz quickly grabbed a teenage boy and fled the scene. The next morning, Phil spent all day handling the arson case at the construction site. When Will overheard, his face froze. Phil noticed, so he called Will in to talk. Carlton also sensed something was off with Will. As it turned out, Phil wasn't actually suspecting Will. He just wanted to ask about that community meeting. The police chief thought Will didn't know anything, so he let him go. Besides, there were cameras set up around the construction site. All they needed to do was check the footage, and they would know who started the fire. When Will heard this, he was stunned. There were cameras? Because the truth was, he was the boy from last night.